Welcome guys back to the video. Sorry I've not posted one in a while. I've been pretty busy for work. Picking back up on my fourth year at Chelsea, coaching this is September 2021. Coming off a great season last year, where I actually won the Premier League, Champions League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup. So I did the quad, coming off the year before that, I actually won 0 trophies and almost lost my job. My job was insecure at the time, and I did think I would not be staying around much longer. Um, it was a great season last season. I mean, it was crazy. It's the first time any football manager game that I've actually ever won the Champions League, which is pretty exciting for me, especially to do it at Chelsea, which I am a huge Chelsea supporter. Coming into my fourth year, I actually had got rid of some guys. Some due to age, some just wanted to go. One I hate to lose was Mateo Kovacic, who PSG wanted him. He wanted to go there, so I ended up selling him for 99 million. However, I did bring in some guys. I brought in Igor Akinfi from CSKA Moscow, 15 million. I loaned in this guy from PSG, the German Meyer, or however you say that. I bought Luke Shaw for 17.25 million from Manchester United, and I bought Raja Nainggolan from Inter Milan for 20 million. He's up there in age, but I've always been a Nainggolan fan. I thought his values went down a little bit. I could get him for cheap, so I took it while I had it. Another big announcement is this season I was offered the head coaching job for the Team USA, which my home country here, so it was pretty fun to accept that job. Now over the gameplay, picking up right here on 12th of September 2021. As you can see here, my transfer history this season. Here's who I brought in for the. I spent 52 million, and then I broke my record in transfer fees received. I received 305 million total in my sales. You can see Kovacic to PSG for 99, Morata to Inter Milan for 70, potential 79, because I had Mauro Icardi, who was my leading scorer last season, who did great. Scored 28 goals for me last season, so I didn't really need Morata around. Willian told me, he came to me saying he'd achieved everything he could here, and I was understanding considering the fact that, Willian is 33 years old, so he's still good, but he's kind of past his prime. So I sold him for, I got 52 million out of him, which is great. Emerson, who I did not want to let go, he for some reason was not happy. He wanted to go, and Inter Milan came knocking, and they offered me 48.5 million for him, so I couldn't turn him down. I let Casey Palmer go. Tammy Abraham, great potential, and I'm excited to see what he does this season at Chelsea. I think he'll stay, especially with the transfer ban going on. But there was just no room for him in my squad, and I didn't want to keep loaning him out. And same with Miazga and these guys. I let him go. I went and let him go to Club Brugge. So as of right now, I am in second place behind Arsenal by 2 points, which crazy. Arsenal actually hired Maurizio Sarri as the head coach, which is kind of crazy. You can see my schedule for this season so far. Ignore the friendlies, which I did make some competitive friendlies this summer. I try to schedule pretty decent games. Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Roma, Wolfsburg, Inter. I started off season Community Shield, beat Liverpool 1-0. Then drew with them my first game in the Premier League 1-1. Then if you look at these fixtures, I killed Leicester, killed Preston, good game against Aston Villa, barely squeaked one by West Brom, beat Roma in the Europa Leagues in the Euro Super Cup, which I had to play all my backups. Look at my my lineup was not what I prefer. A lot of guys on international duty. It came in and beat Everton 3-1 right after that, and you can see Matheus de Ligt and N'Golo Kante were scores, and Yerry Mina scored an own goal. Tactics still staying the same this season. The 4-2-3-1, which I ran last season. Only difference is I did lose, Kovacic who started here, so I have Icardi at the front. Usually, Hazard on the left wing. Pulisic stays right wing. Barkley and Loftus-Cheek switch off, which Loftus-Cheek's actually having a great season, which a little bit better than Barkley, actually. Conte, Jorginho. Marcus Alonso, tricky one. He's had a really good season, but also so is Luke Shaw. Average 8.10 rating, and he's got 2 goals. Luke Shaw's playing good. My center backs, Usually Andreas Christensen starts here alongside De Ligt, and Rudiger comes in. They switch in a lot. I got three really good center backs. Then my wingback stayed Aspilicueta, and then sometimes, Meunier, I bought my first season in. He comes in, so he gets quite a bit of playing time as well, and this is usually the bench. Right now Hazard is hurt. Surprised he stays. He's had so many injuries for me this my whole career on Football Manager 19. He stayed injured a lot. And then this guy here, who I loaned in, he mega value. He's played deep lying playmaker. He's had some really good games. He played really good in the Super Cup for me against Roma. So I was really happy to have him. And then Arisa Balaga obviously still starts as my goalkeeper, and Akinvive as my backup. So that's how the Tactics has ran this season. Squad right now, my goals leader is N'Golo Kante and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. My appearance leader is Christian Pulisic and Kepa, Icardi and Jorginho, and my assist leader is Eden Hazard, Pulisic, Rudiger, and Luke Shaw. Now, some guys, I actually have quite a bit of finances, as you can see, which I only got 40 million in the transfer budget, but I balance it out a lot if you look right here to keep a lot in the payroll budget, so we stay positive during the season. But a few guys I really target to getting this season is I have a very large short list, but some guys I really looked at getting were I wouldn't mind bringing Daniel Rugani in, possibly. The big one's Andrew Robertson, who surprisingly went to Napoli back in 2020 after leaving Liverpool. He's had a great career so far in real life at Liverpool, but I've made quite a statements wanting him, and he is, as you can see, he's upset because they unhappy transfer was blocked. We offered quite a bit for him, and they turned it down. He was unhappy, and he's been fighting with the people there to leave. He really wants to leave. And then another guy I wouldn't mind bringing in. At one time I did go for Lucas Mora, the guy who plays at Tottenham right now, but I've made a bid for him. Newcastle wouldn't take it. They got relegated. They're down in the Championship. I made a bid for him. They turned it down. He got mad, and I don't blame him. I just wanted to bring him up for some more depth. I'm a huge Bernadeschi fan. I'd love to bring him in, but I'm not trying to pay over 100 million when I've got enough wingers right now. And another one is Felix, the youngster who's at Atletico Madrid right now. He's at Real Madrid, at Atletico Madrid right now, but he wants a new contract. But I declared interest in him. We'll see where it goes. And also Phil Foden, I would not mind bringing him in. He's got a ton of potential. So that's basically it. And then I was happy to get my international managing career off to a good start. I faced Slovenia, my first game, won 1-0. Then El Salvador, my second game in the North American Nations League, which I wonder. That kind of seems a lot like the Gold Cup, but oh well. Beat them 4-0. Jonathan Amon having 3 goals and Fabian Johnson scoring as well. And I played Japan in October along with French Guiana, then Cyprus in November, and Peru. So we may throw some more friendlies on there. We'll see. I play Lyon coming up in 2 days in the Champions League. I'm in Group B, which I'm with Atletico Madrid, and there's my group. And I'm coming off, winning all the trophies from the last season. So hopefully I can continue that. But with Robertson, I can't decide. I'm open to actually sending Luke Shaw or Marcus Alonso to to Napoli. My bad, excuse me, for Andrew Robertson. I would like to bring him in. So I would play a game for you guys, but I just want to do a quick recap. I'll try to start uploading videos a little more on my Chelsea save. I'm actually interested. I might play this one save for maybe 2 more seasons, and then kind of cool down on it a little bit. I'm actually thought about doing a Manchester United save. I've got a Dortmund save going right now, and I have an Aston Villa save where I won the championship, got them promoted. Have not played the Premier League season yet. It's been sitting there for a while. I need to get back onto that. But appreciate you guys watching, and feel free to like the video and update for more. Thank you.